Rotationless F2L is something that not often, I think it was more common a few years ago, but basically people think that rotationless F2L is obviously the way to go. It is obviously better. I personally disagree. I think there are definitely F2L cases where you do want to rotate in order to keep things quick. However, there are exceptions, and one exception is the F2L pair that looks like this. So we got these two pieces, both colors match on top. They're both separated, and they need a quarter turn to make the pair. So I'm not talking about this case where you do a U2 to pair up. I'm specifically talking about when you need to do a quarter turn. And when you do have to do a quarter turn, there is a good solution from every angle. And I'm going to start with the obvious ones. So when it can be solved rotationless in the front with just normal RU or LU, then just do the normal solution. However, try to stay in home grip. Don't do something like that. Instead, do either a pinch turn here or do an index push. And then here it's very simple to finish. You either do lefty like that, or you could do that with more righty type turning. Now, if you have it in the back, things change a little bit differently. So if this is going to the back, starting in home grip is a lot easier for the first few turns. However, to finish, I don't recommend doing U2 insert unless you're comfortable with like drag turns. I would instead prefer you to do just a U and then U2 at the end. So for these two angles, it's basically do the intuitive solution, but do it intelligently, or in a way that minimizes regrips. Another angle for this pair is this one, and this is probably one a lot of people know. So instead of like rotating, doing U2, blah, 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 you basically just do M prime and then you do this pair. So the algorithm is fat R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, fat R prime. Or another way to think of it, M prime, solve this pair, M. And then you just cancel both the M. So you're doing wide moves basically. And the last angle for this version, before I get to the other one, is this angle. So this is where you would need to do like, I guess it could be like Y prime, U2, blah, blah, blah. And this is all assuming you don't have like empty slots. If you have empty slots, then things change a little bit, but if you don't really have an empty slot to take advantage of, these are the algorithms that I like. So for this case, we hold it from this angle, so it's kind of the opposite of before. So before we were here and holding it from this angle, now we're a Y2 away, but we're still kind of at this angle. So this one goes fat R, U prime, fat R prime, and you just insert this pair, but then finish F2L with a little bit of a cancellation. So again, so it's like fat R, U prime, U prime, L, U, F, L prime, which quickly looks like that. So that's a nice one. That's probably the most like hidden of those tricks. And for the mirror case, I'll just go through these really quickly. You should understand the intuitive ones. Same thing, start with a push into righty U2 or pinch like that. And then either finish with U2 insert, or you can do U prime like that. I like to do U2 from the front. I find it works really well. Gives a nice like back and forth flow between the hands. However, for the Y2 angle, again, use the U2 insert. Don't try to do something like that, just use the U2 insert. And then for this angle, so you could mirror the one from before where it's like M prime solve the pair M prime solve the pair M, and that's not bad. However, some more righty favored solutions, there's two that I like. They both just use F2 gen F prime. And in order to do that, you need to make sure that this corner doesn't move with the F, otherwise it's oriented and we have a much worse case. So it'd either be this angle, which gives kind of a crappy pair, or this angle, which gives a pretty good pair, or this one, which also gives a good pair. So if we have it from this angle, we could do this with like F, make these two U, F prime. So quickly it'll look like that. Or from this angle, you do like F, and then just make the pair U2, F prime. And that one's a little bit less move count. And the nice thing about this one is it's kind of like F sexy F prime, except with a U2 at the end. So very fast to execute. If you're really good at F sexy F prime like I am, then you can just do it with the U2, and it's really nice. Other one's pretty good too, but I do think this one's a little bit better. And the last angle, this one. And this is another really nice, underrated, but very useful trick. So this angle here, R prime F R, insert the free pair, U R prime U prime, fix F2L, F prime R. Quickly it looks like that. So now you know how to solve that F2L case from all 8 angles, and you know how to do it without being a dumbass and doing a slower solution, so that's even better. That's how rotationless F2L should be, and it should be used somewhat sparingly. There's probably more tricks to be found, but I don't think full rotationless is going to happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm feeling. Anyways guys, thank you for watching, guys and gals. For the 5% of my viewers that are female, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.